Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 566. Today we're going to cover the difference between effort as an uncountable noun and effort as a countable noun, because this is one that's easy for students to mix up. Okay, somebody want a screenshot? Do it right now. Let's get right to it. All right, now effort as an uncountable noun really refers to all the hard work, time, or energy someone put into something. That's all your effort. All right, now effort as a countable noun means an individual attempt or an individual try to try to do something or accomplish something. Then we could say that's an effort. So that's a single effort. That's as a countable. All right, let's continue. So here, again, here's our first example. You know, with the X, this is where it'd be wrong, and this is where a student might mix it up. He put a lot of efforts into his training for the Olympics. Yeah, in this case, we're not really talking about each individual time he attempted to practice. No, we mean all the work that he put in all together. Then that should be the uncountable use. So in this case, efforts would not be correct. So with the check, this would be correct. He put a lot of effort into his training for the Olympics. All right, good. Next one. I cannot believe we broke up after all the efforts I put into this relationship. All right, again, they're not talking about each attempt they did something for the relationship. They mean all the hard work, all the time, all the energy, like maybe possibly over the years they put into it. So this is also still uncountable. So, of course, the correct way would be, I cannot believe we broke up after all the effort I put into this relationship. So those first two are still the uncountable use. All right, let's now we're going to go into the countable use. He made it to the top of that rock wall on his first try. He slipped just before the top. It was still a good effort. Yeah, so he tried to go up the rock wall. A lot of times when we hear effort in the countable sense, more often we hear it in the singular, but it is possible to hear it in the plural too. But this is an example of the singular. So it was a good effort. It was a good try. It was a good attempt. In this case, it's countable. All right, let's continue. Now, effort, the plural of the countable use, is used only in two situations. So, of course, the plural is efforts with an S on it. Here's the first one. If multiple people, so many different people, if multiple people work separately on a project, okay? Or number two, if one person has been repeatedly unsuccessful at trying to attempt something. All right, so the key part is also unsuccessful. You can't use it with it's successful, only unsuccessful. And you can also use it if it's multiple people trying separately at different times. Then the word efforts in the plural, in the countable sense, is used. Okay, so here's our first example. There have been many cases of parties. Remember, when we're talking about a court case, each side is a party. Parties trying to sue the government over this, but all their efforts have failed. So every individual case of trying to sue the government over this issue failed. So in this case, you could use the plural with the S. All right, she tried to audition for American Idol 10 times, but all her efforts failed. So every year, of course, she probably tried one time, and she didn't make it. She could never get past the initial audition. So the first one, she always got knocked out right away, but she still went back 10 years in a row. She still tried. So all her efforts failed. So all of her individual attempts failed. So, of course, this is unsuccessful. We can use efforts in the plural this sense. All right, I'm going to just throw this last one in here. All three of his efforts were successful. Now, this sounds a little awkward. We wouldn't use it for successful. Could you say all three of his efforts were unsuccessful? Maybe. In here, though, probably, if we're going to use successful, we'll probably just substitute another word. All three of his attempts were successful. All three of his tries were successful. Or every time he tried, it was successful. We would probably end up rewording it, something like that. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it's very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.